Did you know that the average person generates about 4.4 pounds of trash every day? That adds up to over 1,600 pounds of waste per year. Yet, most of us don't even think twice about the choices we make every day. But what if I told you that small, mindful decisions could change the world, and your life, without a major sacrifice? What if you could make simple changes that would help the planet and make you feel better, too? Picture this, living more sustainably with just a little more focus on what you buy, eat, and use. It might sound like magic, but it's not, it's the power of focus. In this video, we'll dive into how you can start living sustainably in easy, actionable ways. You'll learn about surprising facts and simple habits that have a huge impact. By the end, you'll be amazed at how training your focus can transform your life and the world around you. Stick around, this might just be the change you've been waiting for. Chapter 1, The Magic of Minimalism. The art of letting go. Minimalism isn't just about cleaning out your closet, it's about cleaning up your life. The first step to sustainable living is to minimize excess. Studies show that we waste up to 40% of the food we buy, just because we purchase more than we need. By focusing on what's truly essential, you can dramatically reduce waste. Imagine how much energy and resources could be saved if we all consumed just what we truly need. You can start with small, intentional steps. Think about your wardrobe, your kitchen, or your gadgets. Every item you get rid of frees up not just space, but mental energy too. As Joshua Becker, a leading figure in minimalism, once said, minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of everything that distracts us from it. When you focus on what's truly important, everything else starts to fall into place. Chapter 2, Eco-Wellness. When inner focus meets green living. Living sustainably isn't just about reducing your carbon footprint, it's also about nourishing yourself in an eco-friendly way. By shifting your focus toward green wellness practices, you naturally make more sustainable choices. Research shows that plant-based diets can reduce carbon footprints by up to 73%. A focused effort on eating more fruits, vegetables, and organic foods not only benefits your health but also the planet. Making mindful, eco-conscious choices can feel magical. When you focus on choosing foods that support the environment, it feels like you're actively protecting the planet. Studies have shown that mindful eating can lower stress levels and improve overall well-being. As Eckhart Tolle says, the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation but your thoughts about it. Focusing on healthy, sustainable habits makes you feel connected to the earth and yourself. Chapter 3, Conscious Consumption. Focusing on value, not quantity. In today's world, we're often told to buy more to be happier. But the truth is, conscious consumption can make you feel richer than anything else. Focus on buying quality instead of quantity. For example, buying fewer but higher quality items, like durable clothes or eco-friendly products, reduces waste and energy consumption in the long run. The global fashion industry is responsible for about 10% of global carbon emissions. Yet, research shows that by extending the life of clothes by just 9 months, we can reduce emissions by 20 to 30%. When we focus on the value of the things we own, we understand that less truly is more. As the famous quote goes, waste not, want not. It's about mindful purchases that prioritize longevity, not just instant gratification. Don't forget to subscribe to get more tips and tricks for sustainable living. Chapter 4, Focus as a Superpower. The hidden impact of small, daily choices. It's easy to overlook the power of small daily decisions, but these are the building blocks of sustainable living. Whether it's turning off lights when you leave a room, choosing reusable bags, or walking instead of driving, these actions add up. In fact, small changes can have a big impact. If every American household replaced one light bulb with an energy-efficient LED, we could save $6 billion in energy costs and reduce carbon emissions by 60 million tons annually. When you train your focus on these tiny habits, they become automatic. And over time, the cumulative effect is like magic. Small actions, when done consistently, make a huge difference in the long run. The key is making these choices out of habit, not just out of necessity. The secret to getting ahead is getting started, as Mark Twain famously said. Chapter 5, Plant Your Focus, Grow Your Future. The Green Thumb Principle. One of the most powerful ways to connect with sustainability is by growing your own food. Training your focus to nurture plants, whether in your backyard or even on your windowsill, can teach patience and responsibility while also reducing your environmental impact. Growing your own produce eliminates the need for packaging and transportation, both of which contribute to carbon emissions. A surprising statistic shows that the average American household wastes about $1,600 a year on uneaten food. Imagine how much of that could be saved by growing your own vegetables. When you focus on nurturing plants, you also begin to understand the deeper connection between nature and the food you consume. Gardening isn't just a hobby, it's an act of sustainable living that pays off in both mental and environmental benefits. Plus, the joy of watching something grow is, without a doubt, magical. Chapter 6: Mindful Energy. Harness your focus. Power your life. Energy consumption is one of the biggest contributors to our environmental footprint. But did you know that being mindful of how and when you use energy can drastically reduce your impact? Research shows that small actions, like unplugging devices when not in use or using energy-efficient appliances, can lower your electric bill and your carbon footprint. Focusing on renewable energy sources, such as solar or wind power, is another way to reduce environmental damage. In fact, global renewable energy capacity increased by 8% in 2020, showing a real shift towards more sustainable practices. When you focus on where your energy comes from and how you use it, you begin to change your mindset. Suddenly, conserving energy becomes a powerful, almost magical act of self-awareness and environmental stewardship. Be sure to subscribe for more content on how to live sustainably and make your impact even greater. By training your focus on the small things that matter, you'll find that sustainable living isn't as hard as it seems. When you apply focus to every decision you make, it becomes effortless, and just like magic, your life and the planet begin to transform. The key is to stay mindful, stay focused, and take it one step at a time.